that cherry non-sponsored Dr. Pepper Zero Sugar Zach brought me.
So I hear, you know what? That is so perfect for our topic, but
Whoa.
because it's a diet drink.
Shit.
We're talking
We'll get
diets.
there.
Yeah.
Welcome to Confidently Insecure, the podcast where we're absolutely sure we don't know everything. I'm your host, Zach. No, yes, we towers.
And I'm Kelsey, Allison, Elizabeth, Darragh.
You always say Elizabeth, and it never ceases to amaze me.
Is it Heidi? What's your middle name?
Not even close.
Gertrude.
This has happened so many times in our
Penelope
friendship.
Ann.
We're like very good friends.
I know.
You're just gonna have to wonder.
I'll find your fucking ID.
Ooh, no, you won't.
Yes, I will.
Zachary.
Don't Google it.
I don't know why I put that because that was not the one I wanted. It was
housekeeping.
Tell me.
Tell you about if my house is being kept.
Is your house being kept? How's your life?
Wait.
Oh my God.
I do have a cute, sexy update. Ooh. Okay. Also, first of all, how masculine do I look with this hat on?
It tripped me out when you walked in.
When I looked at myself in the camera, I was like, "Who's that?"
You were like, "Can I get his number?
Can I get on that?"
Stop.
Okay, I don't know what it is about hat. That's why hat fishing is a thing. Hats really
I've been hatfished.
Yes,
Major.
yes. Just like there should be a thing for sunglass fishing. Anyway, I was on the road this weekend opening for another comic, and we were in the illustrious cities of Oklahoma City,
Love,
Wichita,
hot,
and Little Rock.
Corn.
And great shows. I believe it was in, I'm not going to say which city actually, but after the show, I was chatting with a guy on Grindr.
As you always are.
I am want to do. He is, okay, this is the bad part. He was 21. That's young.
Dog.
Young.
That's young.
But he was also kind of the aggressor, we'll say. He was like the one coming for it.
Oh.
Yeah. Well. And don't Google it. He was a military twink.
Ooh,
he graduated from West Point.
Oh, yeah, that's hot.
And he was getting his master's.
Ooh.
And he still lives on a base, but he drove into the city to like have a night out. But he was like, the gay bars are really dead. And he was like, what are you doing? I was like, oh, post-show ritual, watching cartoons in bed and giving myself a massage with my Theragun. And he's like, oh, I need a massage so bad. And I was like, I could give you like a bad massage. Like, I'm not trained. I'm not licensed.
Good pitch.
Yeah. And he's like, really? And I was like, I mean, yeah. And we were very low pressure about it. We're like, we'll see how it goes. Like,
you're like, if this is catch a predator, I won't know.
Truly. And also and then I was like, oh my God, what if this is like a military guy who's like not out and like
is coming
scary?
To beat the shit out of you.
Yeah. But he wasn't. He was this like tall, slender, sweet man. And I gave him a bad massage. I actually used a lot of my expensive face moisturizer.
Oh no.
Because I didn't have any like lotion. So it was just like
on a rando?
Yeah.
On a rando's body.
But that is to say, that's how cute he was.
Fuck.
I know.
Worth using face lotion as massage oil.
And it was honestly, I'm overhyping it already. It was like shoulders, shoulder blades, upper torso. And then I gave a horrible Theragun massage.
Okay. Did y'all hook up?
Yes. And then we kissed.
Okay.
And he was a great kisser.
Great kisser.
And then we kind of like cuddled and kissed and rolled around and then like made out some more and then like took off all of our clothes, but did not have like no one's butt got penetrated.
But you had like sex.
We had like oral.
Nice.
And he was like, you're so beautiful. And I'm like, thank you. Like I am a crypt keeper next to you. But like, thank you so much for seeing that. And he was really sweet. And it was just a really great experience.
I also feel like in the gay community, it is very different with age. Like it is the culture is just very different. Whereas if this was like a 21-year-old heterosexual woman and a 37-year-old, you'd be like, that's not great.
It's definitely it feels sleazier.
Oh, for sure. But that does weirdly, here's my take. It's a bad one.
I can't wait.
Our generation got stunted mentally and
Financially.
Yes. In every way you could be stunted, we did.
Yeah.
Because I still feel like a baby.
Oh, well, that could be LA talking.
No.
It could be.
It's not.
Have you talked to people who like are still in
Yes.
Florida? They still feel like babies?
People are like, who says 33 should have anything together? Like, I
sure.
don't have my life together.
Well, my theory is too, and we won't know this for sure until we're getting towards that age. I think we're going to live much longer than our parents.
Why?
Because advances in like medicine and technology.
And like less racism.
Unless, yes.
We don't hate as bad as that generation did.
Sure. They're going to say like your chances of getting shot by like a cop go down, but like yours are the same no matter what.
Yeah, no, I feel like that's still pretty high chances in these days.
So hookup was great.
Yeah.
And then trip home. Oh, I was tell me, were you in here? Were you here for the hurricane?
Oh my God, for the hurricane.
Because I missed it.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I'm from Florida.
Oh, so you were fucking like,
I ain't scared of no
this
ghosts.
drizzle.
I know. I was truly like, everyone was freaking out, which I think it's good.
Yes, to be over prepared.
Yes, that was the number one thing. And I was like, yes, I already have my 2 go bags in my Tesla. I'm ready to fucking dip. But I think that was important. But I saw the funniest tweet I saw about it was someone was like, Californians are so unprepared. And then someone replied like, if I picked up sandbags, I wouldn't even know where to put them.
Yeah. Well, when you just said go bags, I was like, what's in them? Why are there 2? And where are you going?
We had no idea what we were doing. The major thing was the flooding to worry about. And with that, I would tell everyone in Florida, like the biggest worry was downed power lines in water. So like someone would be playing
like
in a puddle.
An electrocution pool.
That's like kind of how most people would go in big dangerous storms, like power surges.
Oh,
so I was worried about a bunch of Californians that didn't know that were like, let's go out in the puddle.
Let's splash.
Yeah, and I'm like, no. A lot of TikToks in the rain. Didn't feel the earthquake.
Really?
But I was ready for the end of times.
Wasn't it like midday?
Yeah.
Huh. What were you doing? Were you
watched
having
movies?
Sex?
No, bitch.
You were just sitting on a couch?
I can't. We'll talk about it in the next episode why I am not having sex.
Okay.
But
is your vagina on fire?
Oh my God. When is it not?
When
bitch?
is
I'm
it
a
not?
fire
Like metaphorically?
But yeah, not that dramatic for me personally. Maybe drama for others.
Do you know why you didn't feel the earthquake though? Just because you're desensitized?
No, I'm scared of them. I just didn't feel it. Like my friends in the valley felt it.
Yeah.
I don't know anyone in Hollywood that felt it.
Huh. You have felt them before though, right?
Oh yeah, and they're
scare so
me.
disorienting. Like,
dude, the
one time I
ground
was like,
should not shake.
And then like your pictures are like moving on the wall, and you're like, whoa.
You feel like you're on a set, like a ride or something. You're like, stop it.
Yeah.
Did you see all the people? Speaking of sets and rides, did you see all of the people posting? At Universal, there's that backlot ride where you get to see a fake flood happen.
Oh, yeah.
People are posting that, being like Los Angeles right now on Melrose and La Brea. I'm like, fuck you guys.
Oh, I will say my Uber driver, so I came home on Monday, and he was like, he grew up with tropical storms, and he's like, this is not great because the next time there's a warning like this, people are going to be like, it's not that bad. And then they're not going to take it seriously.
To be fair, I never took one hurricane seriously in Florida.
But you were breastfed on hurricanes.
Yeah, I was really like, I don't know. We're good.
You're like, I'll go inside, I guess.
Yeah. And we lived in the Gulf, so you did have to worry about a lot, but it never hit us as bad as like, say, Katrina or something, you know?
Wow.
We were lucky.
That's very cool.
I have a housekeeping.
Oh my God. Please hit me with it.
I went. First of all, I felt so badass. I went to San Francisco for a day.
I fucking love that.
I got up in the morning, flew up there, went to a conference to screen my first feature documentary film in front of 250 people.
Oh my God.
Got a standing ovation.
Stop it, Kelsey.
People were sobbing.
Kelsey.
The most incredible feedback. I got to watch the movie with the girl that I made the movie about.
Oh my God.
Which was an out-of-body experience. We grabbed like the quickest bite to eat after, and then I flew home.
That's so fucking baller.
Are
people still saying that?
So cool.
It is cool.
Yeah, I wasn't thrilled about like the fact that we don't have a high-speed rail system that I could just like, do that. Probably better for the environment. But I felt very biz exec. You know,
you are. There's probably nothing more business person than like going in like less than 24 hours.
Oh, and it was so funny because I just brought a backpack, obviously, with my stuff. And when I got into the Uber on the way from San Francisco to the airport, the guy was like, "You must be from Los Angeles." And I was like, yes. How could you tell? And he goes, "Just a girl and her backpack." And that's all he said. And I was like,
That's
yep.
Okay.
You're right.
Yep.
You're correct. I'm going home.
That's
cool.
So and wait, the standing ovation.
Oh my God, dude.
Where's this documentary living? Do you know yet?
Okay. Yes. So for those of you who don't know, I shot, self-funded, produced, edited a documentary film about Marley List, who was a podcast guest a few years ago, about her story of being the first case in North American history, where her
Restorative justice
rape was legally resolved by sentencing her rapist to therapy instead of prison times. She fought for that. And then as part of her conditioning with the courts, she wanted to meet with her assailant in a restorative justice circle. So like using a form of restorative justice for sexual harm. It was the first case ever to do that. And I went from being like, why would someone ever do that, to like fully
supporting it.
And so this was the National Sexual Assault Conference, which at first I was like, what even is this? Bitch, it was huge. I want to say there was like 3,000 people there. And at once they had 16 stages like in this conference center. Yeah. So like there was Fortune 500 companies, major tech CEOs, like whole companies go there to get their like sexual assault training. We like talked to the global head of safety for Uber, the head of like sexual assault cases for the Air Force, like just everybody was there. And it was so cool. Like people, like heads of the Me Too movement were there. It was so just like, oh my God, people in here like are policy changers and shit. And so we screened the film. We were like, this is the first time anyone's ever seeing it publicly. It was the first time Marley was getting to see it. And
did she cry?
We both cried like so many times. And that was for me like it. You know what I mean? Like she was happy with it. Yeah. And I was like, that's all I did
my work.
Yeah. And I'll never forget, she said something really cool at dinner where she was like, I felt like I've thought this was so incredible and huge for so long, and I've been carrying this by myself. And she's like, and now I feel like somebody else cares the way I care. And I'm like, dude, you're going to make so many people care with your story. And so, yes, it is going to be available soon to watch and stream on a major platform.
Oh my God.
But I can't tell you which one yet because papers aren't signed.
Okay.
But it was supposed to be premiering in September, but it probably is going to be more like October because everything's slow because of the strike.
Oh.
So like legal got tied up.
Sure.
Yeah.
And sexual assault's much more of a spooky October thing.
It's a Halloween film. We put in like weird like organ piano music instead. Oh my God. But you know what I was really excited to tell you about my whole trip to San Francisco?
What?
I drove my own car to the airport, left it in the parking lot, walked out of the airport, walked straight in my car and went home.
Wait, so in the center of LAX,
Yes,
like that's the
bitch.
best. If I'm traveling less than like 2 days, I'll park there.
But it's like $50
a day. But that's what I'm saying. 2 days, it's like $100,
which is cheaper than an Uber.
And you don't have to deal with an Uber,
dude. And you don't have to wait. You just
and
walk
talk
out
to people.
Oh my God.
Okay, this is okay. I'm gonna gripe about something for a second.
Ooh, let's hear it.
I feel like I know too much about my Uber and Lyft drivers. Whereas in the bartender school of training, they listen to your woes. I am listening to their woes, and I'm like, it's emotional labor. If you want to harken back to last episode, these people drop shit on me, and then I just have to like deal with it.
Dude,
have you not had that?
Oh, you're so spot on that it's freaking me out that like you get in the car and they're like, so, and I'm like, nope, headphones are on, my guy. Headphones are on. Or I'll be like, what? To be like,
oh, sorry.
I clearly am busy.
I'm listening to audio porn.
Or the worst is when they turn the music down and you're like, why are you doing that?
No. I just like, I know too much.
Amen. So we should all be driving to the airport.
That's that on that. Oh, yeah. So that's my favorite feeling in the world. That's why I also fly out of Burbank as much as possible.
Yeah.
Because it's cheaper to park there and you can just, it's the easiest airport. Have you ever flown out of there?
Yeah, all the time.
Oh, y'all.
Zach, just kidding.
If you come to LA, when you come to LA, to go to Kelsey's Don't Panic Retreat.
Oh my God, we have one bed left.
Stop.
Yeah. August?
October 5th through 9th.
Oh my God, yes, queen. Don'tPanicRetreat.com.
I'm so happy for you. And okay, you posted that TikTok showing like how far you've come, and I'm in the TikTok. So I was like, this is great.
And you're wearing your dick shirt.
I'm wearing my dick shirt, and it's a split second, and I love that for everyone watching.
I got all my like favorite healing
moments
from the last year since my breakup, which is so funny because it still feels like I reference that. Like I'll be like, since my breakup, and to me it was such a pivotal turning point and chapter in my life. But at what point do I get to stop saying that?
No limit.
Okay.
I'll tell you when it's annoying.
Okay, cool.
Also, did you know Sir before your breakup?
No.
Okay.
We went out the day Jared and I broke up.
Whoa.
And I wasn't going to go because I was like, this feels weird. But again, like Jared and I weren't living together for 2 months. So we had kind of like already broken up. And I was like, fuck that. I'm going to go out and feel hot and feel cute. And like, who cares even what the date is? I'm just going to go for me.
I fucking love that.
And then it was Sir. Wow. Do you have any TikTok taught me?
I was trying to think of this, and I went through all the TikToks I've been liking, and like honestly, everything I've been fed and everything I'm liking is like cute dog content, inspirational quotes. I proudly have not learned a goddamn thing in the past few weeks. Minus one thing, and I haven't tried it yet, so I feel kind of this is kind of like negligent, like to say it and then not have done it. But
that's why we have this button.
Don't Google it. So it's like a lemon is like a very good food for you, like if you eat the whole thing. So if you blend a lemon, 2 to 3 dates, a piece of ginger, a dash of cinnamon, and then blend it in a 1.5 cups of cold water.
Okay.
It turns into this like yellow cream. Oh, and I'm sorry, and also a tablespoon of olive oil, a tablespoon of honey.
What?
And then it turns into this like creamy yellow drink. What? And you pour it over ice, and it's supposed to be like bougie lemonade, and it's supposed to be like so good for you.
You like put the skin in?
Yeah, everything. The whole this bitch drops the whole lemon in. She doesn't even cut it.
That's
I'm like,
wild to
for
me.
your blender's sake, at least cut it up.
Yeah, but that also seems so, because isn't like the rind pretty bitter? That's why you only do like lemon, what's it called?
Zest.
Yeah, that's why you just zest
I
the
mean,
lemon.
I guess, fuck your mouth.
Don't I?
Yeah.
Shit.
But I am very curious to try that.
I would also like to try that.
Okay.
If you guys have ever heard of this, please comment down below if you like it.
Bougie lemonade.
It. My TTTT taught me is how to escape a dopamine hole. So I'm going to play it for you now.
Hey, hi. Excuse me. Good morning. You're not screwed up. You actually are going to be fine. You are in a dopamine hole right now, so your internal reward system is rigged against you. You've stacked dopamine sources like vaping, like sugar, like smoking weed. You've stacked them so that you're overstimulated. You're overstimulated with content, and your brain is really unmotivated right now because all the chemicals are way off. So we can reset it. We can reset it pretty quickly. First thing we need to understand is we've built all of this momentum going this way. We want to start moving the train back this way. How do we do that? With little tasks. Little tasks that make parts of your brain go, oh yeah, that was a good thing. Life is a video game, right? And so when we complete these little side missions that end up moving us forward, something like cleaning our room, brushing our teeth, sitting up from laying down if we literally can't get out of bed. It doesn't matter what the small little task is. It just needs to, within our own brains, move us forward, give us some momentum. And we know what that is. Now, the trick here is most things are going to feel impossible because you're in a dopamine hole. You are literally stuck. You're not. It does feel that way, but you're going to be okay. You just have to find the thing that you can do. Because if you scale it back all the way, make it as easy as possible, you're going to find something that you can do. Little incense coming in. How lovely is that? Listen, if it's sitting up from a laying down position, that's great. If it's actually standing up and getting out of bed and then just going and laying back down, that's great. If it's starting to clean your room, folding your laundry, if it's going to brush your teeth, like I said, those are all really, really tiny little things, but you can't judge yourself for them being small because it's not about what the task actually does for your life. It's for your brain to start getting the momentum moving forward so that then you can go to the gym, you can go to the grocery store and meal prep and get ready for the week ahead and do all of these other things that you need to do. You can't jump to those. If you've been in a dopamine hole, smoking, vaping, just like binge eating, whatever, not your fault. Society isn't set up to support you right now, and then you add in a phone and addictive technologies there. It's hopeless.
Wow.
Hopeless. Oh. You're not hopeless. And you're going to start moving in the right direction.
I don't know why the music is
That's
playing
wild.
so loudly.
That resonates with me so hard.
Dude, the way he explained breaking things down into the most micro tasks.
It's Atomic Habits.
It really is, because he talked about we've dopamine stacked the things like the phone, the laying down. Because sometimes I'm like, it does feel really good. It's like, well, yeah, no shit, it feels good. It's because you've stacked sitting down, eating something that's not great for you.
Something on TV, something in my phone.
Oh my God.
The times I click play on the show I want to watch and then immediately start looking at my phone.
Dude.
It's wild.
And that wasn't happening 10 years ago. You know what I mean?
No.
And so a lot of times what you're good at reframing for me is sometimes I'm like, I don't feel like I've done anything. I don't feel like I've done enough. And you're always like, bitch, look, bing, bong, bong, boom. You say that.
Bing, bong, boom, boom.
Bing, bong.
We have a language
Housekeeping.
we haven't really premiered.
And I like even just breaking down the most manageable task of like getting up.
Yeah.
Brushing teeth.
Forward momentum.
Yes. Action is the best way out of anxiety.
I literally did this yesterday. I have these backlogged episodes of Good Morning Sodomites, my old podcast, ready to kind of go to promote shows and stuff. And I was like, oh, I should edit one of those episodes. And I was like, but I really don't want to. And do I really need to? And then I was like, oh shit, I do need to do the ad for our podcast. So when I sat down, I didn't even start to say it, but I wanted to say shat down. When I sat down to do that, it propelled you. I went into, and then, cut to.
They say do anything for like 30 seconds and you'll continue to do it. If you're like, I don't want to clean.
It's that forward momentum,
bitch,
that little bit of
forward momentum.
I thought that guy was going to pivot to ice baths. I thought he was going to say like, because I thought, that's what ice baths and stuff do. It's manufactured adversity.
Yeah.
Where you're like, this is horrible.
Yeah.
And then you spend the hours after being so grateful that you're not in the ice bath anymore.
It's almost as if we did an episode about it and you listened and then you went and did one.
I don't think that's it, but
okay, cool. Zachary, when we come back from this quick break, what are we talking about?
Diets, baby.
We did an episode on diet culture many, many, many moons ago.
You and I
Myself,
did?
no.
Okay.
And this feels like a fun, new, fresh verge because it's been some time.
Yeah, I also put a lot of my research on like fad diets, sort of.
Yes, diets should die.
I'm also still learning. Yes, the episode Diets Should Die because, okay, so do you have any opening thoughts about like diets?
Yes, grew up around a mother who followed every fad diet.
Oh.
Literally South Beach diet, Jenny Craig, Atkins, had a new book, like constantly was trying it. And I very, very specifically remember the Weight Watchers, like chocolate cakes she would put in the freezer. And I would ask if I could have them. And she'd be like, that's my only dessert for the week. And I'd be like, so can I have it?
Yeah.
And I would eat them and they were so fucking good.
Were they good?
I think as a child, I was like, chocolate cake.
Yeah.
And then for myself, I think I joined Weight Watchers when I realized in college I gained what they call the freshman 15. Really, it was just me becoming an adult woman.
Yeah.
And I was like eating like 6 of the meals a day because I was just so fucking hungry.
Yeah.
And I realized diets have never, ever, ever, ever worked for me.
You are not alone.
Thank you.
They don't work for almost 95% of people.
Whoa.
As a rule. which is wild. Well, I will say too, my thoughts on diet, definitely Slim Fast was like the first thing I think and so
you just blew open a brain blast. Of course, Slim Fast.
Like a Slim Fast shake to me was like magic. I was like, that's good. A chocolate shake is gonna I'm gonna lose weight if I drink that. I know.
You're gonna that was Subway's whole thing too. You're gonna lose weight by eating bread. Fuck you, Jared from Subway.
My dad also was like very adamant on the Subway diet works in that it's like a specific caloric intake. You could probably eat like grilled cheese sandwiches if you just had one for lunch, one for dinner,
right,
or whatever. But yeah, Slim Fast was definitely and I was a chubby adolescent. I think when my parents got divorced, I started eating a lot to kind of cope, and then I did diet, exercise, counted calories, very restrictive. I think every gay guy and girl probably had an eating disorder at one point, but I definitely lost the weight in a borderline unhealthy way, I think. But that's because we're bombarded,
dude,
by pictures, videos, standards that are unrealistic when the supermodels are also being airbrushed.
Oh, and that's also money, when you're spending $1 million.
I'm glad you said that. What do you think the diet industry is currently valued at?
Billions. It's gotta be.
Guess.
$1 billion.
175 billion.
Whoa!
Yeah. And it's increasing at a rate of about 8.5% every year. So guess what it's expected to be by 2028?
No.
282 billion.
Doubling?
I mean, basically.
Oh my God.
And it's just based on the whole diet industry is kind of based on blaming the dieter.
Ooh.
Because almost every diet starts with if you do this, you will lose weight.
If you can't, you won't.
Yeah.
Bad girl.
If you buy our meals, if you do our exercises, if you stick to this thing, you will lose weight. But because we are just not meant to exist on these diets, these food plans, these things forever, after about, on average, 6 months, people drop off. And then a UCLA study found that in less than 2 years, 23% of people gain more weight than they lost.
Oh,
after
the ring around
2 years, after diet, more than 2 years after dieting, 83% gain more than they lost.
Whoa!
And then a follow-up research after 5 years, 50% of them were 11 pounds over that initial weight.
Dude, it's not sustainable. It is a whiplash effect. It helps you, but what they're missing in so much of this fad dieting is the psychology part of it.
Oh my God.
Because exactly what you said, it's promoted as if you are strong enough,
if you can do this,
if you're wealthy enough to do this, then it will work. Not coming in any other factors. And if you don't, well, that's on you. That's on you.
When you're ready to commit. And the other thing, it's such a multi-pronged thing because fitness and nutrition people are not trained in psychology.
Right.
So they're just looking at facts or that it looked for them. The 90s was all about before and after pictures, but never after pictures when most of those people, like you said, slingshot back. The other problem is most diets are restrictive. And when you restrict, your metabolism slows down because your body doesn't know that you're doing something intentionally. It's we're getting less food. We need to make this last.
Yeah.
So then when you invariably give up on the diet, you have a slower metabolism than you started. So when you start eating normally again, you rapidly gain weight back.
That makes so much sense. And that, not to spoiler alert it, but the way I was ever able to maintain a healthy body, relationship was with management and balance. It was, I hate saying changing my entire lifestyle around food because I would go from fast food, eating quote bad quote when there's no such thing as good
bad and good. Yeah, I'm glad you said that.
And then trying fad diets, failing, going back to the way I was eating before. And now it's you make a shift in your mind of just I am going to change the way I think about food, and it is medicine for my body. And as soon as I changed that frame, like literally fast food did not even sound good anymore.
Right.
Even when I was in a pinch, I was like, I'd rather be 5 minutes late and go get a poke bowl than like, cause it just reframed everything for me of like, I'm fueling off of this. And they say weight loss is like 80% diet or something crazy like
Abs
that.
are made in the kitchen is the
Yes. And it's like, okay, as soon as I found that out and then I found the exercise that worked for me, which was yoga, like it has taken 33 years to get to this point.
Yeah. And it's an ongoing thing that you'll
Deal with for the rest of my life.
for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have definitely had different like relationships with food. For sure considered things bad and good. For sure, like I think this is an addict's perspective too. If I was like gonna do the Domino's pizza, I was going to overeat it and also get the lava cake and the ice cream. Because I'm like, well, if I'm gonna do this,
Then go all in.
I'm gonna fucking do this.
That's why people say they don't believe in cheat days, because you like kind of gorge and instead of just like having it when you want it, it becomes
having
this
a slice of splitting a Domino's pizza with 3 friends.
Yes.
But that's where you have to go to the psychology flip of it all, because I was looking for more than just energy. Like I'm looking for like a comfort. I'm looking for
sure.
an escape. I'm looking for a scent, like that taste in my mouth over and over again. Yeah.
Yes.
Because it tastes very good.
It's expensive to make healthy food taste good. It is. Like it's hard and time consuming for a lot of people, which is why you often reach for the quickest, fastest thing. But I think the one thing we've got now that we didn't really have is these sort of like meal prep systems and kits.
Yeah.
Where you can find variety now.
Sure.
And it's not as expensive. Like they are finding a way to make it less than $10 a meal, which if you're eating fast food now with inflation, it's probably.
Dude, I was floored. I think I went to like a Burger King on the road and it was like $11 for like.
Since when?
What do you mean?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's expensive now.
Why did we decide
like,
that was
a
okay?
Burger's like $8.99. I'm like, this is not a restaurant burger.
No.
Anyway.
No, that happened. I went to a vegan burger joint. You know which one I'm talking about. It's on the corner. I don't want to say its name, but for a single patty burger that is vegan.
Is this the new place?
I don't know if it's
Wait.
new.
What corner?
I'll tell you later.
Okay.
For vegan burger and French fries, it was $18.
Oh, I know
No
what place.
drink.
On Melrose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, the fuck?
And also that place, that's expensive and
It's not healthy.
it's not healthy.
Vegan food doesn't equal health, is what I've heard.
See, it's all, and that's why it's so fucked up.
And you can, I'm sure you probably like wrote things down, but like you can literally, because there is no label regulation in America, unlike every other fucking country, you can put whatever you want on the labels of your diet foods and they cannot sue you if it's incorrect.
Really?
Like, you can
I thought
literally
we had,
be like
loose ones.
No, like you could literally be like organic.
See, but it was like, what's the definition of organic? Do you know what I
Exactly.
mean?
You can make it green and like put fucking kale on the front. There's no kale in it. It's insane.
Wow.
Yeah, it's bullshit.
America.
I still can't get over Slim Fast. When you said that, I was like, I think I blocked that out of my brain because I've drinking so much Slim Fast in my life, and it's actually quite good.
Oh yeah, it's thick and creamy.
What about us was like, if we drink chocolate milk, we're gonna lose weight. That's just the facts.
I mean, honestly, this is the other problem too, because like there has to be a Slim Fast that exists now. It's just not called Slim Fast.
Is Slim Fast still around?
Lord knows.
I'm gonna look it up.
But like the fact, like this does sound appealing to me as I like get busier and busier. Having 6 Slim Fast shakes in my fridge ready to go, and if I'm running late, I just grab one, and it has like the nutrients of like a bowl of oatmeal or whatever the fucking selling point was.
Do you know what they've done differently? Because back in the day, y'all, this was either like a scoopable powder or these big ass cans.
Yeah.
The big ass cans with like a red striped straw. They literally made it look like a milkshake.
I feel like the size thing is because you were a little kid.
No, that's true. Probably.
But yeah.
They have changed it. Their website still says a clinically proven diet plan to help you lose weight and keep it off. But the way that they've changed their branding is to look like protein shakes. So they've changed it to look like
that looks like muscle
bro.
milk.
Yes, exactly. Like even the logo. That's wild. They're still around. I wonder who invented Slim Fast. Let's look that up.
I want to say it's a woman, so she got like really rich, but then it seems like an evil man thing.
It is a man named Daniel Abraham, and he looks white as hell. He founded Slim Fast in 1976. Sales exploded in the late 1980s when former LA Dodgers manager Tommy Lasorda became its spokesperson.
Interesting.
Abraham sold the weight loss and meal substitute company to the company's name is Unaliver.
Oh my God.
Maybe it's called Unilever, but it looks like Unaliver for $2.3 billion in cash in 2000.
Oh, that is the smartest man alive because you know it tanked.
Also, I'm not going to say he doesn't look healthy, but he doesn't really look healthy.
Of course not.
Yeah.
It's one of those do as I say, not as I do things.
They used to have Slim Fast microwavable meals.
I remember bars.
I remember
looked
bars.
First of all, it's so funny too that like every single diet thing is like birthday cake, blasted caramel, finger bang,
Chocolate, brownie,
everything. They're never just like
cum covered
apricot surprise. It's always like frosting, fuck,
face down, ass up sandwich. Oh my God.
Okay, but let's go back to like the diet comes from the Greek dieta. Sorry, it's diaita.
Who's she?
Dieta, which represents a notion of a whole healthy lifestyle, including both mental and physical health.
Okay.
Rather than a narrow weight loss regimen.
Okay.
So it's so interesting that like it wasn't ever supposed to be like this is how to lose weight.
No.
Like you hear diet, you're like, oh, I'm losing weight.
Yeah.
Or I am trying to manage my weight.
Yeah.
Diet used to just be like this whole healthy
Body, mind,
lifestyle
soul.
thing. And it strayed from that immediately.
Capitalism.
Banting. The first popular diet was called banting. People would say like, do you bant?
What?
Yes. Named after the English undertaker William Banting.
Undertaker.
I know.
Why'd they name a diet after him?
Well, because in 1863 he wrote a booklet called Letter on Corpulence, which contained the particular plan for the diet he had successfully followed. His own diet was 4 meals a day, Taco Bell's 4th meal,
Not sponsored.
consisting of meat, greens, fruits, and dry wine. The emphasis was on avoiding sugar, sweet foods, starch, beer, milk, and butter. So it's kind of like a low carb, no dairy diet, which like
That's still today.
it's like a
keto.
still like very like strong path.
Wow.
Like no sugar, no like granulated sugar, no dairy.
I love that it's like the crypt keeper that's like, I've been staring at bodies.
I've been looking at these corpses,
and they got too much sugar.
they all come in holding lollipops.
Explains it. So no more sugar. There's no surprise to me at all that the first diet consisted of no sugar.
Yeah. And you know what's crazy? This booklet remained in print until 2007.
No.
Isn't that wild?
Why'd they rip it off the shelves? Was it like wildly homophobic or something?
I mean, we can only hope.
Be like, you can't be a witch or gay. You gotta go to Catholic church.
Okay, so the types of diet briefly are low fat. That's a low fat diet to control blood sugar levels and cardiovascular health. Low carb, defined as having less than 20% of calories from carbohydrates.
Oh my God, I could never imagine.
Low cal. What do you think a low cal diet is? Like how many
Under 1,600.
Yeah, it's 1,000 to 1,200 calories per day. Very low cal.
That is too low cal.
200 to 800 calories per
No.
day. And get this.
That's like cigarette and Coke.
There was a diet called the 2468, in which one day you would do 200 calories, the next 400, 600, 800, and then fast for an entire day and then start over.
Did everyone die?
I mean,
That's probably why it stopped.
I mean, probably. We can only hope. And then fasting. Fasting, you probably know, act of intentionally taking a long interval between meals.
Everyone loves intermittent fasting.
Dude.
Everyone does it.
And this is the things too, because like fasting's a part of like a lot of cultures, a lot of religions.
yeah.
Yeah. So it's like got something going on. The whole during prolonged fasting, the reduction of blood glucose, the preferred energy source of the brain, causes the body to deplete its glycogen stores. Once glycogen is depleted, the body begins to fuel the brain using ketones while also metabolizing body protein to be used to synthesize sugars for use as energy.
What the fuck did you just say?
I know. I had it before I started reading it, and then
Once you started reading it, you're like, I don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, and I was like, well, this is a sentence and there is a period. So if you didn't get that, you're dumb and rewind back.
Don't Google it.
First time we've ever used the button correctly. And then intermittent fasting is obviously periodic fasting, alternating days, time restriction, religious fasting. Can you guess the longest a human being has fasted for?
This scares me because I feel like it's probably someone against their will. And
No. It wasn't.
Okay.
It wasn't. That would be. Hopefully, it's called something different than fasting when you're starving someone
when you're
to death.
kidnapped.
Yeah, like no, we've got him on this great health plan.
Oh my God, imagine you're like Elizabeth Smart. You've returned home to your family. They're throwing a parade in your name, and Guinness Book of World Records shows up and is like, guess what? We got a surprise for you. Oh God, was it some like freak vegan vegetarian activist who like died after 200 days?
So I will tell you this: they did not die.
Okay, how long?
You want to even guess?
5 years.
Oh wow, okay, that's insane. 392 days.
What? How? Water?
Scottish man Angus Barbieri
Stop.
fasted for 392 days. He lived on tea, coffee, soda water, and vitamins while living at home in Scotland, frequently visiting the Mayfield Hospital for a medical evaluation.
Why?
He was a big man, and I guess I actually didn't read why. I just thought that factoid was like very interesting.
I'm so curious about the psychology of that man. I would like to watch a documentary.
Well, now that you've done Marley, now it's time
You know
for
me?
Scotty.
Your girl.
Angus Barbieri. Okay, so then fad diets are plans that promote results such as fast weight loss without much scientific evidence to support its claim.
Big yike.
So I thought we would like round this out with a fad diet quiz.
Ooh, fun.
Yeah.
I love a game.
Okay, so this diet consists of eating foods that are never exposed to more than 180 degree temperatures.
What? Is it called like the raw diet?
Raw food diet.
Stop.
Isn't that wild?
Also, 180 degrees. Does that make it cooked?
118. I think it just warms
it. Ew.
it. I know.
I do believe in some like cheese shit where like cold food's hot, cheese, blah, blah, blah. But like that's just silly.
Well, my problem too with these diets is like I understand them.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
You're like,
okay.
I've been bamboozled by this for sure.
But I like the concept of like only eating like fruits and like whole foods and stuff like that. Like fruits, vegetables, like things that I could like actually get if there were an apocalyptic event.
Okay.
Okay. This incredibly horrible fad diet was made popular by models and people with eating disorders.
It's got to involve a cigarette and an apple.
The cotton ball diet. Have you heard of
Zachary,
this?
What are you talking
They
about?
would dip cotton balls in liquids and swallow them whole to feel full.
Who did this?
Like people with eating disorders, but it's like kind of a thing in the modeling industry.
Big yike.
And then the danger would be getting impacted.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, you're like my dog who eats the inside of his stuffed toy and then like wraps around his organs and they're like he's gonna shit out a giant cotton ball and his anus is gonna be attached.
Your dog should absolutely be a runaway model too.
He's cute enough.
He's so cute enough.
know.
Oh my God. What designer would Hippo be?
Ooh. My instinct was to say Fendi because he's just like a little funky.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Okay. This diet consists of eating one particular soup for rapid, unhealthy weight loss.
Whoa. I feel like I remember this. Was it the bone broth diet?
Oh my God. Bone broth is a thing. Bone broth actually has a
love
lot of
it.
like
Tastes really
nutrients.
good.
Yeah.
I'll
It's
have
like-
it for breakfast.
It's nutrient dense.
Yeah.
Cabbage soup diet.
That's right. Everyone's farts were rank as hell.
It's just crazy to me. My friend did it and like she was like by day like 2, like cabbage soup, like you were just like, no, I can't. I can't. And then they were like, after a week or something, you're allowed to eat as many bananas as you want.
Stop. What a cuckoo head who
I
invented
know,
this.
but like it's been around.
They
Like
just,
people
like,
are still doing it.
spun a wheel and they're like, bananas.
Sure. Cabbage water. This high-fat fad diet was made popular in the 70s and boasted a high-calorie way to stay thin forever.
Say that again?
This high-fat fad diet was made popular in the 70s and boasted a high-calorie way to stay thin forever.
A high calorie way to
High-fat fad diet. Yeah.
Let's go with keto.
You actually knew this one a minute ago.
Atkins, Slim
Yeah,
Fast.
Atkins.
Oh, Atkins,
Yeah,
because
yeah,
it was
yeah.
meat
Yeah,
heavy.
it was, meat and cheese and stuff like that.
It's close to keto.
This diet has been haunting women since the 1930s.
It's gotta be Jenny Craig.
It's backed with almost zero evidence of helping to lose weight.
It's gotta be Jenny Craig.
The grapefruit diet.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah.
That was like a grapefruit and a cigarette.
Yeah,
Everything was a
basic-
cigarette and one item.
I mean, cigarettes are like the ultimate appetite depressant. I'm losing my mind. This short-term diet consists of eliminating sugar, alcohol, grains, and dairy.
Oh, is this Dirty 30?
Whole 30.
I wish I could do this.
You know what's so funny
Ow.
is I've heard really good things about the Whole
Same.
30.
I have too. It's that it feels like the psychology of that needs to be healthier, but I like the idea of it, the no sugar.
This is the thing though, like I would miss sugar so bad.
I'm clearly a sugar addict.
Oh, yeah, honey.
So I don't know.
Have we done an episode on sugar?
No, but we
We
should.
should.
Okay.
And this last one. This diet focuses on burning fats instead of carbohydrates and is mainly used or originally used to help manage epilepsy in children.
Huh. I have no idea.
Keto.
Huh.
Isn't that crazy?
Ketos were for the kids.
Yeah, keto for the kids.
Okay.
All those muscle kids you see at CrossFit.
The thing is like I've heard keto's not dangerous unless it's long term for some people. So don't Google that, but that's what I've heard.
Sure. I mean, again, these things are just to me not sustainable. The fact that your body goes through a thing called ketosis
And you have
in
to
which
test strip it yourself.
yeah, and you have like flu-like symptoms because your body's like, I'm mutating in front of your very eyes. Like, no.
If you have to turn into a Pokemon to
Yeah.
go through a diet, don't.
No.
You're evolving? No, sis.
Say no, Charizard. But
Wow.
that's what I have for diet.
I think.
Was that adequate?
Oh, that was so fun.
Okay, good.
We had a game. We had fun facts.
Yeah.
You were great at this.
Okay, good.
Zach led this episode, guys,
And I'm insecure
confidently.
confidently.
Apparently, there's a song out called Confidently Insecure that people have been DMing me left and right.
Oh my God.
We got to look it up.
We should sample it.
Yeah.
Or we should let the artist know that they're kind of infringing.
I was going to say, I wondered if she was a confidant.
That would be insane.
Wouldn't that be fun?
Because we automatically get to be in the music video. Or you for sure, and then me maybe.
Wait, why not you?
Because you've built your little army.
No, but
your
you're
army, your big army.
You're part of it.
I know.
The confident
Confident
bottoms. Hey, do we have any stickers left? Slut pills we definitely have left.
We haven't had confident bottom stickers in a
They've
long
been
time.
sold out, baby. We gotta run those back.
Impressed by people and their sticker buying skills.
Same.
I loved it.
But let's sell some slut pill stickers. If
Yeah.
you want to take your slut pills, you can still Venmo me at Kelsey Darragh. Don't forget to include $149 for shipping if you are international. Otherwise, just donate what you think it's worth, and Zach will send you a sticker because I gave him that task.
I'll toss in tower bottom sticker too.
Ooh, it's a
which
picture
is
of Zach's
picture of my
butt.
butt.
Zach, this was so fun.
I agree.
Rate this 5 stars on iTunes. It really helps us get seen. If you're not going to rate it 5 stars, please don't rate it at all because I'm
are sensitive.
And we'll see you
Oh.
next week, you little bitch.
Boy.